Hello friends, let's start with the second video in journal. First video of journal we had discussed on the basis of traditional rules, and second video we are discussing with the help of modern rules. There is sometime difficulty in applying the traditional rules. For example, the entry for interest on outstanding interest, interest on capital, interest on drawings, and similar type of entries. We find bit difficulty in applying those rules. But if we follow the modern rules, absolutely there will not be any problem in passing any journal entry. So let's start with the first entry. Anu started business with cash. Anu started business with cash. Increase in asset expenses or losses is to be debited. Because Anu has started business with cash is coming into the business, hence there is an increase in asset, increase in cash. On April 1st, 2019, increase in asset is debited. And if we would have applied traditional rules, then we would have debit what comes in. Either you apply traditional rules, or you apply modern rules, or even you can apply the rules in combination also. Absolutely there is no problem. Debit on the basis of this rule, credit on the basis of the other rules, other set of rules. Absolutely there is no problem. The things must be clear to you. So if we apply the modern rules, it is increase in asset. If we apply the traditional rule, debit what comes in. And as Anu has started the business with cash, her capital is also increasing, and increase in capital is to be credited. So increase in capital is to be credited. And if we could have applied traditional rules, so then we could have credited on the basis of first rule. Credit the giver is the proprietor, and we don't open the account of the proprietor by his name. When we are to credit the proprietor, we open capital account, and when we are to debit the proprietor, we open drawings account. So hence increase in capital is credited with rupees 90,000. So being business started with cash. Without narration, your journal entry is incomplete. So this is our first entry. I repeat it on the basis of modern rule. Increase in asset to be debited and increase in capital to be credited. So there is an increase in asset also, and there is an increase in capital also. Hence increase in asset to be debited and increase in capital to be credited. So on the basis of modern rule, this is our entry. Now the second entry, April 4th. On April 4th, personal cash deposited into business bank account rupees 30,000. Any personal item coming into the business, whether cash, whether check, whether computer, whether any other item, money or money's worth, that forms the capital of the proprietor. So his capital will increase. So increase in capital is to be credited, and it is deposited into business bank account. Bank balance is increasing, and bank balances are asset. So increase in asset to be debited. So bank balance is increasing, hence bank account debit. Okay, and because capital is also increasing, so it will be to capital account. It will be to capital account rupees 30,000. So if we could have applied traditional rules, then on the basis of first rule, we would have passed the entry debit the receiver, credit the giver. Bank is the receiver, money is going into the bank, debit the receiver, credit the giver, proprietor is the giver. And when we have to credit the proprietor, we open capital account. When we have to debit the proprietor, we open the drawings account. So personal cash deposited into business bank account. Business bank account. Next entry on April 7th. Cash withdrawn by proprietor for personal use. This is withdrawal of capital. Decrease in capital. When money is introduced by the proprietor, capital increases. When money is withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use, then this is decrease in capital. So decrease in capital is debited. So either we may debit capital account or we may debit drawings account. Capital account and drawings account are the two accounts of the same person who is proprietor. But normally when we debit the proprietor, we open drawings account. When we credit the proprietor, we open capital account. And because cash has decreased, so our asset has decreased. So decrease in asset to be credited. Decrease in asset to be credited with rupees 20,000. And if we would have applied the traditional rules, debit the receiver and credit what goes out. Cash is going out and proprietor is the receiver, and the receiver is being debited. So cash withdrawn for personal use. Cash withdrawn for personal use. So this is our third entry. Fourth entry, life insurance premium paid. Life insurance premium is the premium on the life of proprietor. It is a personal expense. So personal expense of the proprietor paid from the business. So that means the capital will decrease in capital. And when capital is decreased, so drawings account is debited. And there is a decrease in asset also. Our cash is also decreasing because business has paid cash. Cash, life insurance premium paid. So cash has gone from the business. So our asset as a cash will decrease. So this is with the amount of 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees. So it is life insurance premium paid. Life insurance premium paid. Paid in cash. Okay. So this is the personal expense of the proprietor paid from the business. So when personal expense of the proprietor is paid from the business, it is withdrawal of capital and there is a decrease in asset. Next, April 15. Income tax paid. Income tax, kindly note down, income tax is a personal expense in case of sole trading and in case of partnership firms, but not in case of companies. Because in +1 we will be solving all the questions of a sole trader. Sole trader. No question of partnership, no question of companies even. Hence, income tax is on the income of the proprietor. Hence, it is a personal expense. So, personal expense of the proprietor met from the business. So, it will be the same entry, that will be decrease in capital, and cash has gone, and decrease in asset is to be credited. So decrease in asset is to be credited. So whether income tax paid or life insurance premium paid, both are the personal expenses. Both are the personal expenses of the proprietor, and personal expenses when paid from the business, the entry will be similar, drawings to cash. Life insurance premium paid, drawings to cash. Income tax paid, drawings to cash. These are two personal expenses. Next, personal computer introduced into the business. Any personal item of the proprietor which comes into the business will form the capital. So he is introducing more capital in the form of a computer. So because computer is coming, there is an increase in asset. So increase in asset is to be debited. Hence, computer account debit. But better it is, instead of opening a computer account, you open a office equipment account. Because computers, printers, calculators, adding machines, when we purchase such type of item, we open office equipment account. These are the time saving devices. Otherwise, for computer we have to open separate account, for printer we have to open separate account, when we purchase calculator we have to open separate account. So why not to open one account which represents all the similar types of item. So increase in asset in the form of a computer. But because it was a personal computer, hence it will form the capital of the proprietor. So capital will increase. Capital of the proprietor will increase. Anything personal goes into the business, it will form the capital. Anything business goes to the personal hand, that will become drawings. Hence, personal computer introduced in the business. So this was worth rupees 30,000. So any personal item coming into the business will form additional capital. Now, 24th. Tuition fees of proprietor's daughter paid from the business bank account. So this is the personal expense of the proprietor met from the business bank account. So when it is met from the business bank account, it is a drawings. So decrease in capital. So decrease in capital is to be debited under the heading drawings account debit. To what is going out? The bank balance is decreasing. So decrease in asset is to be credited. Hence, bank balance as a asset will decrease. This was worth rupees 15,000. So tuition fees of proprietor's daughter paid from business bank account. Business bank account. Narration may come in 2 lines and sometimes 3 lines. Absolutely, there is no problem. Problem is you have to summarize the narration, but it should be complete. It should be complete. From the narration itself, the question should be clear. We need not see the question. Question should be clear for what item you have passed this very journal entry. Next is rent of the residence of proprietor. Personal expense. Personal expense paid from the personal bank account. We pass the entries debit and credit if both the aspects or at least one aspect is related to the business. Either both the aspects are related to business or at least one aspect is related to the business. But if both the aspects are personal, this is personal, debit is personal, credit is personal, then we don't pass the journal entry for this type of transaction. This is not a business transaction. Business transaction will be either cash of the business has gone or bank balance of the business has reduced, expense is personal one, or debit and credit both relate to the business, or at least one aspect, either debit or credit, must relate to the business. If both the debit and credit aspects are personal, rent of the residence of proprietor, personal expense, paid from the personal bank account, this is personal. So this entry we will not pass. This entry will not pass. So these are the transactions which I have discussed with regard to capital and drawings, so that you could understand the concept of capital and drawings, how the money invested and how the money withdrawn by the proprietor into the business or from the business, that is tackled, that is I have tried to discuss it here. So I request you that if you have not subscribed the channel so far, please do subscribe. Thank you.